Some of these recruiters want to scam you. They are giving scamiana. They are giving manipulationa. They are not looking out for your best interest. Hi, hello, my name is Emily Durham. I'm a careers content creator and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are already in the family. And my goal of all the content I make is truly to help you thrive in your 9-to-5 and beyond. And I've been hearing some very questionable things from a bunch of my clients recently that I put into one big fat list so you don't fall for any of these red flags, manipulation tactics, or frankly scams that a lot of these recruiters are going to try to put you through in 2025. If you are not new here, you already know my style. No bullshit, let's just hop right on into it. And I got my handy dandy iPad to carry us through because if I don't write it down, I forget. You might be wondering, why would a recruiter want to manipulate you? There are a lot of different reasons. Sometimes people are just bad people who are bad at their jobs, and that's a lethal combination. Other times there are financial incentives. Sometimes recruiters actually get paid a commission every time they hire somebody. So to get you to sign the offer isn't just so they have less work to do, it's so they can get paid. And sometimes there's organizational pressures to hire a lot of people for a very low cost, and it could impact their career. A recruiter who is trying to take advantage of you and manipulate you, maybe into signing a bad job offer or accepting a lower salary, is oftentimes going to act like the money the company is offering you is like directly from their pocket. They will say things like, this is the best I can do. This is all the money I have. We're trying to scrape up all the money we have. It's hard for us. They're trying to make you have empathy for the company as if you're stealing from them. As if you are robbing the recruiter's retirement savings plan. Recruiters who are trying to take advantage of you are going to act like the money they give you for the job you're being hired to do is a favor and is almost a personal inconvenience to them. Let me tell you why this is a red flag. Recruiters shouldn't be making you feel guilty for being paid adequately. Recruiters shouldn't be making you feel guilty for negotiating your salary offer. In fact, when you're a recruiter, it is a part of your job to embrace negotiations. But recruiters who are going to try to make you feel guilty for asking for money, or who are going to act like they're doing you a little favor by giving you this money, that's a red flag. That is indicative of how much this company values people, because when you value people, you don't make them feel like shit for asking for more money or to get paid. Weirdo behavior. On the note of money, I personally think recruiters who refuse to share salary expectations or their salary range and budget are freaking weirdos. I say this with one small caveat because there definitely are company policies and sometimes confidential roles, and sometimes salary bands are still being determined by the time the recruiter is actively interviewing for the role. All of that is okay and that is normal. But if you have a recruiter who over the course of the entire interview process, including at the point of offer, isn't willing to disclose their salary range or at least give you like a taste of what the company is looking for, it's because they want to take advantage of you. They're not telling you what their salary range is because then you would know you're not going to be paid at the top or maybe even at the middle of the banding. I don't know why I insist on recording YouTube videos sitting on the floor when my legs go numb, like I'm cold. Ooh, a lot's happening. Anyways, back on track. There is a term that's really popular in the recruitment world, which is called an exploding offer. This is what it means when someone is giving you a job offer that has maybe like a 24-hour or a 12-hour sign back date, which means you need to make a decision literally in less than a day. Now, a recruiter might sit there and try to tell you it's because they have other candidates, they need you to start really quickly, that there's all of these business justifications, that it's just how the business is run. But in reality, not giving someone adequate time to actually review the job offer, get different opinions, and maybe even talk to other companies that they're interviewing with is inherently manipulative. That's like going on one date with someone and them saying, yeah, you're my girlfriend. Am I? Pay attention to a recruiter who gives you a job offer and doesn't actually walk you through what is in the job offer. If they're leaving you to interpret things like non-disclosure clauses, non-compete clauses, that's sketchy. A good recruiter who actually knows what they're talking about is going to walk you through everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly in an offer. So if you're reviewing that paperwork and you're seeing a bunch of clauses and stipulations that don't really sound and feel right, pay attention to that. That is very oftentimes a red flag. Honorable mention to the recruiters who love to ghost. Why are we ghosting? It's 2025. Listen, sometimes I understand you forget to respond to a message. Life happens. I have accidentally ghosted the best of my friends because I'm an inherently bad texter. But ghosting that is intentional, meaning you're not giving candidates adequate follow-up, you're not letting people know where they're at in the process, That is not only lazy, but that's a manipulation tactic to make you chase them, to make you have to own your entire process. That is not the kind of recruitment experience that is a good reflection of a company. And if you've worked with a recruiter who is constantly dismissing your questions, not responsive, take that as a sign of how that company is going to treat you. That recruiter does not want the best for you. Be very careful of how and if you interact with them. Now, this last one might be kind of shady, but be very wary of a recruiter who won't keep it real with you. Now, if you ask a recruiter, what do you like working about this company? What are the issues at this company? No one is gonna sit down and tell you this company is shit, don't sign this job offer. It's their job to get you to want to work there. There's an element of salesmanship. But if I sold you a car and said, this is the fastest car you're ever gonna drive, you get in it and it can only go up to 50 miles an hour, you're gonna be pissed. That's false advertising. Be very, very mindful of recruiters who have nothing constructive to say about the company that you're working with. If you're asking them questions about the company culture and they can exclusively say things like, we're a family, we all chip in and help each other. Saying things like we're a family basically is code word in the recruitment space that we all work a lot of overtime or that there's too much work to go around and not enough people to actually do it. There's nothing I respect more than a recruiter who will tell you what's great, that the people are awesome, that the work is great, but they'll be honest that the challenge in this role is a high volume of work or that it's difficult business expectations. A recruiter who is exclusively going to sugarcoat things to you is inherently hiding something. Okay, as a bonus set of information, if you are encountering a recruiter who you think might be manipulating you, trying to get you to take a shitty job offer, you can't tell if there's red flags in the company, this is gonna be my biggest piece of advice on what to do. Be very intentional about reading company reviews from unbiased websites. I think Glassdoor is great, but sometimes companies monitor Glassdoor and even give incentives to their employees to leave positive reviews. So going on websites like Fishbowl and Reddit are gonna give you like a much more real and raw perspective, you know what I'm saying? A bad recruiter is sometimes a reflection of a bad company culture, but not always. Sometimes it's just a bad recruiter. If you're not having a good experience with your recruiter, you're getting a sense they're trying to strong arm you into things, that they're not advocating for you, ask them if you can be introduced to more people at the company for career chats. This is a great way you're going to be able to suss out the vibe of the rest of the people at the organization. Is every recruiter inherently evil? Of course not. Is capitalism inherently evil? Of course, that's why I made this video. Y'all, I hope this was helpful and validates maybe some of the anxieties or gut feelings that you're having in your interview process or even as you're reviewing job offers. As always, if you have any questions or things you want me to answer, you can always take a shot every time I say always. Please. Enjoy. You can leave a comment. I will definitely respond. I'm very good at responding to those bad boys. And if you want more content from me, I have a podcast where I post 2 times a week. Let me know down below. I absolutely love chit-chatting with y'all. So thank you for making the time and I will talk to you in the next one.